what's up you guys, it's me Sanne and welcome back to another Sims speed build. Today we're finally finishing up the ginormous mansion that I started building 2 weeks ago. Well, I built it a bit earlier, but I posted the first part of this video 2 weeks ago. It's a giant Pinterest mansion and today we're doing the interior and the decorating, which is very exciting. This is definitely my favorite part of building. But yeah, let's talk a bit about this build, I guess. Like I said, it's a giant mansion. I was inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest, which, it was such a fun building, which I saw on Pinterest. It was green on the outside, very lovely, and on the inside, where they had the stairs, they had this fun little rotunda and a round stairs with like a platform on top, and it was just so fun. Yet I really wanted to build that in The Sims as well, as far as that can go in The Sims, of course. But that's why I decided to build this house, and I rebuilt the floor plan of the house that I found on Pinterest. I'll link the house down below, don't worry, so you can see the floor plan and such, and you can see where I got my inspiration from. But yeah, I decided to just kind of rebuild that floor plan because it was such an interesting floor plan. There are a lot of rooms in this house and a lot of different things to decorate, so it did take me quite a while to decorate this house. That's why this video is also a bit long, a bit longer than I would have hoped it was, but that's okay. I'll just talk for a little bit longer. I hope I can do that for just my second video. I'll just have to get used to talking more, I guess. But that'll be fine. So yeah, let's talk a bit about this build. As you can see, we're now working on a living room. This is the formal living room, actually, which is the first living room in the house. There are actually 2 living rooms, which is so excessive in my opinion, but I thought it was fun. This is the living room right off the entrance of the house. There's this big double doors and you just enter the formal living room. And this is kind of where you can have your guests over and drink some tea together or something. And yeah, I like that. I just like the idea of that. The original floor plan of the building featured a 3-car garage, which I turned into a 1-car garage and an extra room. But you'll see that later, what I did with that space. And then this house has 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a half bathroom, an entertainment room, 2 living rooms, a dining room, like a formal dining room, a giant live-in kitchen, and then a family room, like the non-formal living room, kind of. But yeah, we just finished up the living room, as you could see. I had a bit of a struggle with finding the color palette, color story for this house. I wasn't really sure on it in the beginning, but I did manage to find something I'm very happy with. I also cut out a lot of parts where I was just, trying out different wallpapers and such, because that's not interesting at all. But I ended up choosing this wallpaper with it's the banana leaf wallpaper, but then the plain pink version. I just thought it was really nice with the white paneling at the bottom. And then in some places in the house, like as you can see in the living room that we just did, I placed the actual banana leaf wallpaper as like an accent wall, which I think was really cute. And because of that, I decided to go with green for the pink. Like a pink and beige and green color scheme is what I went for in the end. Which I really like. It gave me the opportunity to put in loads of plants because it fits so well with the green color scheme, which I like. I love plants. I love filling up spaces with plants. So I really like that about it. I just think it is a really nice color scheme. But yeah, it took me a little while to figure out the color scheme. So the living room took me a long time to decorate. But after I got that done, the other rooms went a lot quicker because I was just able to copy the little things in other rooms and make it one whole color scheme and everything fit together. Finished the formal living room and the dining room. Those are, like I said, very similar in how they are decorated. Just lovely light wood tones, a lot of green and pink. And that's about it. I think they turned out pretty cute. I'm really happy with them. They look cozy, but still a bit fancy. And now we're working on the big live-in kitchen. I wanted to have loads of counter space on the sides where you could like put your coffee maker and, you know, like really live in such a big kitchen with the entire family. That's kind of the vibe I was going for. And I put in a giant island with the lovely bar stools that were like the CC that was added to the base game. And I love these bar stools. They're so fun and they fit so well with the rest of the interior without being like too modern. So I really like that. And then I added a lovely small breakfast nook kind of thing because that was on the floor plan as well, and I thought that was a fun idea. So this kitchen is really just a big live-in kitchen for the entire family to be at, and I really like that. I added some plants. I'll add the decorations later on in the video, you'll see that. I'm just going into the formal living room. Oh yeah, I forgot to add the wallpaper in the kitchen, and I wasn't really sure what to go for because I did want tile as like a backsplash, but I didn't really have anything that was as nice of a green as the curtains that I used. But the tiles that I did go for in the end were more blue, but I think it looked just really fresh and fun, and it ended up fitting with the green as well, in my opinion. So I thought that was a good choice. It just looked like a fun, fresh, light kitchen where you could hang out with the entire family. And then next to the kitchen you find the family room, which is the informal living room, and that has the lovely big TV where you can hang out with the family. So yeah, that's about the big like living spaces in this house for the entire family, which I think are actually way too ginormous for the amount of people living in this house, because I turned it into 4 bedrooms. So we have the parents' bedroom, a kid's bedroom, and then a teen's bedroom, and we have a guest bedroom, which you can of course turn into a bedroom for one of the extra children or family members or something like that. But I decorated quite generically. But I decorated it quite like generic in a way that a guest bedroom often is. It doesn't really have a personality tied to it or anything. But yeah, so there's actually like 5 people living in this house, and then you have such a ginormous living space, and it's way too big in my opinion. But I think it does really look cute, and it was just loads of fun trying to take the floor plan of the original house and turn it into something that would fit a bit in The Sims and would look good. And yeah, because of course the floor plan said things like a bonus room and loads of big walk-in closets and such things, and The Sims just doesn't really use those kinds of rooms. It just isn't really like handy in The Sims at all. It's just bare space. So I had a lot of extra space in this house that I needed to figure out a purpose for, which was a bit hard, but I did manage to turn it into something. I have not checked how expensive this house is, but I'm guessing it's really freaking expensive because like I just always pick the things that I liked. I use loads of plants. Plants are really expensive in The Sims. And with all the extra rooms and extra things in those rooms, it just turned into a very, very expensive house. The backyard also has a pool and a dining area, and the landscaping that I did, I used plants from like the actual catalog and not debug or something. So it really is a terribly expensive house, I'm afraid. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't want to limit myself to like value as well as the floor plan that I had to work with. So I just wanted to let my creativity just go its way and not be tied down by a price or something like that. So I just let it go. But I'm afraid it is a very expensive house. I'll put it in the description how much it costs. And I'll put it on the gallery as well. I'll put all the details in the description. You'll find it all there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to decorate this house. It was just a lot of work, and that's also why it turned out so expensive, because of all the different furniture in here. But it was a lot of fun to work with, so that's all that matters, I guess. But I'm sorry if there's loads of instances in this video where I'm just fiddling with loads of things and trying out things, because that's just what I did throughout the entire build, because there was just so much space to fill that I still wanted to make it look cohesive and not too cluttered, but I still needed to fill up a lot of space. So sometimes I spent a long time trying to figure out which specific thing I wanted to put in which specific room. But that's okay. Eventually we got there, and eventually we filled up the entire mansion, and I'm sorry if it's so freaking expensive, but it probably is. Anyways, we're working on the office space right now. It's the other room that's right off of the entrance of the building, and I don't know, I really wanted to make it like almost library-like and very dark, and I kinda liked it. I put in the blue curtains in this room instead of the green ones, and I put the bookcases all along the wall with a chess table, and I don't know, I just thought it looked so cute. And so warm and kind of cozy, but still like academia-like for an office. I thought it was really cute. I'm guessing lots of people don't really have an office like this in their house, but this house is just ginormous. I needed to fill up space. I'm sorry, I just needed to figure things out for the room, so a big office it is. And then we're on to the garage, because I did turn the 3-car garage into 3 separate spaces actually, and one of which I did want to turn into a garage space, so I put in a car from Debug, and you know, it looks fun. It's really not useful. I did put a woodworking table in there, so it is some sort of a useful space, but in general it's just kind of more to fill up space, and it looked fun. And that's the only issue I have with working from a floor plan from existing houses. They all have garages and such, which is just not useful in Sims 4, like I said about other spaces. So yeah, it's just annoying, and I had to fill up the space, but I think it just, you know, it looks cute. It's a fun extra to the house. And then as like an extra room as well, I added some sort of like mud room, laundry room kind of thing to the garage, like as if you were to come in through the garage and you could hang up in your shoes and your coat there as well. And if you have the laundry day pack, you could put in some like washing machines and such in this space. I don't have that pack. This pack is like, I made this build Basegame only, by the way, just as a side note. I really tried to focus just on Basegame objects, which wasn't too hard for me because I only have 1 extra pack. I'm still a very poor student, so I don't have money for all the packs. I just have the city living pack because I wanted apartments as well. But yeah, you could add in other packs and like put in a washing machine in that room or something like that. Then the room next to it, which was just one of those extra rooms that I had to fill up, I turned it into some sort of creative, like skill building space for something like that. Part of it is an art space with a desk where you could work and do drawings and paintings and sorts of things. And then I added some gym equipment as well. So it's really just a mix of things. The room is just kind of too big to just put in one skill building item instead of like 2 different things, you know? The room is just too big for that, so I turned it into this kind of mixed space, which I think is pretty nice. And that means we're kind of done with the downstairs, so yay. In the upstairs, I first started with decorating the bathrooms because those are easy. I just show you I show you 2 bathrooms in this video. Like I said, there are 4 bathrooms. They're all en suites, but I decorated the 3 ensuite bathrooms for the children's rooms and the guest bedroom exactly the same. So I'm just showing you the guest bathroom, and then you'll also know how the other ensuite bathrooms look like. But the ensuite bathroom for the parents is different because that is one big bathroom. It was just ginormous on the floor plan. They also had a ginormous walk-in closet next to it, and I don't know, I made something of it. It feels a bit empty, I think, but I did my best. I think it looks kind of cute. Oh yeah, here we are with the parents' bathroom, which, like I said, it's big. They had this fun bump out to the side where they had a big tub in the floor plan, so I decided to do the same thing and also put like a corner tub in there, and I think it looks really cute. But then the rest of the space was just very, very big and open. And of course, like, showers are just those small shower cabins. You don't have a bigger shower. Otherwise, I would have put in a big 2-person shower, you know. So I kind of tried to make something of it. I put a little half wall next to the toilet to kind of break everything up a bit. I gave both of the parents their own station with a sink and their separate stuffies. I don't know. I tried to do it this way just to fill everything up a bit more. I also think the giant mirrors behind the sinks add a lot to the space as well, because they just reflect everything that's in the space, so the space looks a bit more full, I think. But yeah, that was an interesting bathroom to decorate. I'm never gonna decorate a giant bathroom like that again, ever. It was a lot to think about, and I prefer smaller spaces to decorate. We're on to the parents' bedroom now with a giant walk-in closet. It's not really useful in The Sims, it looks cute, but that's it. But I thought at least the parents could have a walk-in closet because it looks cute, and then we'll just keep it that way. But in their bedroom, I thought it would be really fun to kind of create this like vanity station for someone who uses vanity, maybe the mum, for example. So it's kind of just this table with a chair in between 2 dressers, but I just thought it looked so cute with a little mirror above and then some makeup stuffies and such, and yeah. I don't know, I think it fit very well, and I think it would be nice to have some sort of vanity like that in your room when you have such a big room and you could just sit there and play. I do think the like windows situation in loads of the upstairs room, like, there aren't really that many windows in most of the rooms. Some rooms feel a bit dark, but you know, that's too bad, I guess. Yeah, I just dealt with it. I gave them as much windows as possible, and I made the rooms as light as possible, and we'll just have to deal with that. But yeah, I do really like how the parents' bedroom turned out. I feel like it's a very warm and cozy space, and definitely a space where you could stay for a little bit and also just, hang out if you want to get away from the children or something. I just like it. I do think it's like not really a modern style or anything. I'm not really good with styles, but so I couldn't really explain to you what kind of style this is. But I think the rest of the house isn't really like the most modern style. But I do like it, and I really try to keep those pink with green accents in there for most of the rooms in here. Of course, the children's rooms, I try to give them a little bit more personality, so those don't have that generic color scheme, but their own color schemes, but you'll see that in a little bit, because we're almost gonna be at the children's rooms. I've been talking for a long time already, and I'm very impressed with myself, because I think we're almost through the video. After the children's rooms, we'll have that extra entertainment room, the bonus room, and then we'll be done. But yeah, here we're working on the children's rooms. The entrance to their rooms are like a little bit of a step up, which I did with platforms, with this little like round thing and a little balcony at the front of the house. So after they enter their rooms, there's this little drop down little platform thingy so you can easily walk into the room. I just thought it looked cute as well, and it filled up the space a bit. In the kids' room, I really wanted to use one of the bunk beds, or, you know, half bunk beds, I guess, because it was just a new update around the time I was building this, and I just really wanted to use it, which it did not, it wasn't necessary in this space. The children's room is very big, so I could have as well used just a normal bed, but I just really wanted to use a bunk bed, so I did. So then I had to figure out more things to clutter up the space with to make it look cute. So that was a bit of a struggle in the end, but I managed to make it look cute. And I also tried to keep those green tones in that kids' room as well, combined with all the other colors. I do change the bedding on the bed in a bit because I was really happy with this grey bedding. Yeah, I wanted it a bit more colorful and also to match that rug a bit more. But yeah, I think it's just a cute children's room, but it definitely looks like their parents had a say in how to decorate the room, you know? And I think that's valid. Like, the parents will definitely have to decorate the room and not the kids, so it does need to fit the vibe of the rest of the house a tiny bit. So I like that I took those green accents and put them in there as well. We're now working on the guest bedroom, which, like I said, is a bit more generic. I put in like a coat hanger thingy on the wall when you come in. It's kind of like when someone is staying there, they have a space to put their suitcase and to hang up their coat as well, and just have a bit more of a separate space to themselves, which I think would be really nice if you have guests over. That they don't have to be in your shared living space all the time, but it can be in their own space as well. I wanted to keep this a bit more generic, so I really stayed in that pink and green color scheme. I did do it a little bit differently this time with dark wood tones instead of light wood tones. But yeah, I don't know, it just looks a bit generic and simple, and it's decent. Then we have the teens bedroom, and I think this bedroom turned out so cute. I really went wild with the color green in this room. I don't know what it is with the color green lately, but I've been obsessed with the color green. I do a lot of makeup, and recently I've just been doing a lot of green looks and such. I don't know, green is just a good color. Maybe it's because it's spring that I've been obsessed with it. I don't know. But yeah, I just turned this bedroom entirely green, and I think it turned out really cute. I really wanted to use that new dresser as well from the like CC creators things that were added to the base game. So I added the bright green dresser, and I think it looks just very fun in there. Also, it added a guitar and a little chair and everything, and I think it just looks like a cozy teen's room who's obsessed with the color green. Maybe this teen is just like me and is just obsessed with one color at the same time, so they decorated their entire room green, I guess. But yeah, we're on to the final room of the house already, so we're almost at the end of the video. I turned this room into some sort of entertainment room. There's a bar and a big TV and some chairs and some decorations, and that's about it. I just really needed something to fill up this bonus room, but I think this is a cute idea to have, like, when you have your guests over in the guest bedroom, you can all hang out in there and have a few drinks and watch a movie maybe, while the children are still hanging out in the informal living room, like the family room, and they can watch their movie over there, you know. I think it's just nice to have such an entertainment room when you have such a big house. So that's what I turned it into. And that's already the entire video and the entire build. I talked a lot. I'm sorry if it was a bit incoherent. I have not been doing this for a very long time, but I hope it was enjoyable. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. And that's it for today. All my other details are linked down below if you want to check out my beauty channel or something like that. And that's it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!